Welcome, Cancer. It's 3 o'clock on the nose, as I just found the Judgment card that was left out at the end. So there may be a wake-up call that was coming up from Gemini, but it may be crossing over into Cancer. But the Judgment card was upright, which is a decision, a wake-up call, an announcement perhaps an Aquarius. We're in the age of Aquarius. That could be coming up as significant for you as well. So let's see what we have here for you. This is for the sign of Cancer, anytime you come to this video. And I just did a meditation for you, a very interesting message that was coming up. So I was first seeing you lasso. You're lassoing the wind, as I'm hearing gusts of wind outside. You're lassoing the wind, which is air sign energy, which Aquarius just came up, of a Viking ship. And the Viking ship had the head of a dragon, and it was heading out to high seas. And then I saw my mandala, which is an unusual red color, which I don't know if there's a name for it because it has light in it. So, and I'm not a big red person. Like, I can't wear a lot of reds. So usually like racer red is fine for me, or a wine red, but not all the other reds. But this red is like it's a pinkish red with light, you know, so it's this beautiful energy, and it's the only color that usually comes up in my mandala that comes up. But that came up, whatever significance that has for you. And then the Viking ship becomes a huge dragon, like huge, and it was so cool to see the movement of this huge dragon through the water, because as it turned, the ship was kind of aimed left, and as it turned into the dragon, it just kind of whipped right. And you just feel the power of this dragon because it was huge. So it turns right in the ocean. And then I hear a plane overhead in reality. And the plane I remember hearing when the winds first kicked up too, and I saw the lasso of you lassoing this wind of the Viking ship, which becomes the dragon. So here I hear a plane, and I remember hearing it since the winds kicked up first during this message. And then the dragon races up a mountain, and like King Kong, grabs the plane out of the sky, and then does a Rocky type cheer at the top of the steps, as he then stumbles a bit. So there's a little bit of humbling here, back down the mountain in order to ground and integrate, and then gain momentum to start again. And there was a big wind gust right there when I wrote again. So it was, and I'm getting, my hairs are all standing up on my back too. So, and there's that Leo energy because it's all across my shoulder blades. So Dragon Leo, so Sirius coming up as well. And so let's see how your cards reflect this message. But this was a powerful dragon. And I don't usually associate Cancer with dragons, so it's interesting that it came up for you. So I have the past life deck right here. We're going to pull this for a wound for you guys to see what needs to come up to be cleared. We're doing past, present, and future of the present topic, the general energies. The second line will be the people involved, and then the third line will be your actions to take or have taken, like in the past. And then we have a past, present, future deck to pull with that as well. So let's see for the sign of Cancer what comes up from the past life deck. It's 3:03 on the clock. It just turned to 3:04. From the 3 of the Empress to the 4 of the Emperor, which for me also represents the 3 of the eagle soaring, the horizontal, and the 4 of the Lambda, or Lambda Father Leap, which is the vertical, coming up there. The crossroads, the intersection, and then the 0 between them being that 0 point field in the middle, and also the space between. And perhaps some human involvement there, right? Because 0 for me is also just basically the human embodiment of Source. So from this past life deck, this is a Brian Weiss deck, for the sign of Cancer, what are the wounds that still need to come up for the best and highest good of all those concerned? Calling in your guides, angels, and masters of the highest love light for the best and highest good of all those concerned. Focusing on the sign of Cancer. Cancer, Cancer. Cancer. There we go. Love life. Nice. And then we have this guy too, of phobias. So some fear around your love life, perhaps about roses or the thorns on the roses. And I'm getting the heart too. And then Leo came up. So this energy of the heart also comes up. That can reference Leo within your own chart, or a Leo perhaps outside that you have a wound with, whether you're aware of it or not. This last card wants to come up too, which is Greco-Roman times, right? The Colosseum could be coming up with the lion and the dragon and the, the fights in the Colosseum. But the sun is bursting through the clouds here, no matter what this is, right? Is it the Pantheon, the Parthenon, whatever that is, the White House, Lincoln Memorial, whatever comes up regarding this is Greco-Roman energies. On the bottom of the deck here is High Priest or Priestess, which actually for Gemini came up as the topic in the past for them. So we have the High Priest or Priestess, and beneath that Atlantis. This also came up for Gemini. So here's the energy of the dolphins, which for me is more Lemurian, in the murky waters of Atlantis, right? The masculine energy that caused the downfall of Atlantis, the Lemurian energy being much more feminine oriented. So here's the sinking of Atlantis. And regarding the High Priest or Priestess, which can represent the Lemurian energy infused into Atlantis, which was taken down, is what I'm getting, okay? And of course, there was always the fear of the High Priest or Priestess of being killed for their messages in the past. And these are the energies, though, that are coming up for you now. Any phobias representing love life here, or phobias in general here, and then this time period here of Greek and Roman times. But this is like where breakthroughs happen, because the sun's coming through the clouds. This is the infiltration. You were present at the change, right? The big changes that occurred during these time periods. And there's some kind of relationship of the changing times, even from Greek to Roman power, and how it will affect your love life. So let's see what else comes up with that. And Spirit's connecting with me. I'm just getting prayer too. See how she's praying. She's praying to see the light regarding her love life. I don't know why Shakespeare keeps coming up. Shakespeare came up, I don't think it came up yesterday, but it has came up already this week. But Shakespeare's coming up here too. Shakespeare. I'm getting with Shakespeare too, right? There's a reference to the sword and the stone, right? Because we have the spear and then the earth that wobbles. That's the message coming up from that. But all the world is a stage. So let's see what else comes up. What dreams may come. What dreams may come. Dreams may come. This is for the sign of Cancer, past, present, and future, the current situation, the people involved, and the actions to take for the sign of Cancer. Anytime you come to this video, for the sign of Cancer, best and highest good of all is concerned. For the best and highest good of all is concerned, Sophia, 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 guides, masters, angels. Here we go for the sign of Cancer. Past, present, future. The current situation, the people involved, and the actions to take for the sign of Cancer. Cancer. Patience. 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 Are you dealing with patience? Please. I'm getting her like begging, please don't let me have to deal with patience. The past for Cancer here. we have the Fool as the topic of conversation here, and the Fool is reversed there. So, you know, that can be foolish behavior, falling on your face, falling from grace. That can be falling in love, right? The Fool for love. Did you fall off a mountain? As I was just talking about your message, right? The dragon did a hip hip hooray on the top of the mountain after he knocked the plane out of the sky, but then got knocked off the mountain, right? To humble themselves and come back to the center again to start over again, right? The loop came up in Gemini's read too, the spiral of coming back down around in order to gain momentum to then rise up again. So the Fool reversed, and then we have currently the topic of conversation here is the Temperance card, which is patience. So whether being the patient angel or dealing with patience, taking one step at a time, or dealing with Gabriel or a Sagittarius here, we have Aries reversed over there. Aries upright, Sagittarius upright, Aries reversed. And then the topic for the future here is the World reversed, which for me is Pisces energy. And here we have like a mediator, right? This patient angel is mediating the Fool reversed and the World reversed, which could represent a masculine and feminine energy here, right? Perhaps someone who embarrassed themselves or is afraid to embarrass themselves in front of the patient angel, and the one whose world is upside down, or the one who's in the 5D world, you know, seeking completion, seeking freedom over here, seeking wholeness and freedom, and with patience in the middle. Or again, that Gabriel energy and Sagittarius. So Aries reversed, Sagittarius upright, and Pisces reversed. For the people involved in the past, we have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy, or you. And we are dealing with the people involved here. Otherwise, I would say, you know, it has to do with movement, which can be as well. The people involved are movers and shakers. Currently, you're dealing with Scorpio energy here in the Tower. And this could be that kind of freaking out energy as well of a Scorpio. Or the people involved could be a group of people who've been affected by something like 9/11. This also could be a group of people. This can be considered the warriors taking the show on the road. This is kicking everybody out as well. And then the people involved coming up in the future for you is the 9 of Wands, which is the wounded warrior energy, who's on the defensive over here, on guard. On guard, so I'm getting a French energy. I'm getting Frenchy from Greece, right? She was very hard, protecting herself. Okay. And then as far as the actions to take, in the past is the 10 of Cups. So this is supposed to be the action that you've taken already, or perhaps an action that you need to take about the past. And then in the present moment is the 7 of Swords reversed as your action to take. And then in the future, action to take is the Hanging Man reversed. Okay, so for me, this is Pisces or Capricorn energy. So you have all this, you have Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces, plus Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Aries. And you have a lot of major arcana in your read. And this for me is usually Sagittarius energy too, but this would be like a reversed Sagittarius. This is upright. We also have Pisces reversed here, or Capricorn reversed. And then these three, the Sag, Scorpio, and Cancer upright energies. So we're going to put 3 cards down here for the end. And we're going to look at the bottom of the deck, see what's going on. And these are for past, present, and future. We'll be using those, and we'll be reading 1 card from this deck at the end for you as well. All right, so the underlying energies, we have the Sun reversed, the 7 of Cups reversed, we have the Queen of Swords upright, and the Queen of Cups upright, and the King. Look at that, lots of people involved. and there's Capricorn back here. It may have been some kind of split or order from the court, order in the court. All right, this could be a choice or an ultimatum that had to be made, a decision that needed to be made, or getting clarity regarding some kind of codependency or addiction here, temptation. And so regarding that kind of underlying energy, we have three people upright, the Page of Cups, which is today's energy, the King of Wands upright, the Queen of Cups upright, right? So they could be a family, or maybe these could be two children of the King of Wands, or this could be his partner and one child, or a message of love, puppy love. And then here's perhaps working to get their ducks in a row or get aligned. This can be working together as well with the Queen of Swords. And that could be a lawyer as well. To dump emotional attachments to things that no longer serve, right? Letting go of any confusion or illusion, right? Perhaps feeling a bit disillusioned of having to let stuff go regarding draining children or things, emotions that are draining your children, causing allergies perhaps, runny noses, or having to dump extra stuff like going on vacations and stuff, which could make the kids upset here. So let's see how that plays out. With the sun reversed, it can be draining children and just activities in general, or the sun wasn't out in the past. Actually, we had a couple rainy days the past couple days, and today it's beautiful. So, but this also could be, what was I going to say? It could be returning from a vacation as well, right? It's just lower energy than usual. And the sun, you know, it has great power, whether it's upright or reversed. It is the sun. And we have three upright people here getting their ducks in a row or getting aligned or trying to work together. And they seem like three totally different kind of stations in life, right? The child of innocence, the man of passion, and then the woman of a loving heart. Getting aligned with each other, or like I said, getting their ducks in a row. And perhaps the Queen of Swords is helping, or they're working, coming together to work with them to, again, you know, let go of any disillusionments or stuff they don't need anymore. Right? Helping them, getting like the show, I don't watch it at all, but I don't even know if it's still on TV, but the show where they help you organize or clean up your house, or maybe there's someone who's hoarding and you get professional help with that. But again, it could be legal help too. But everyone seems to be happy right there, just drained or getting rid of stuff. You know, spring cleaning could be coming up. But again, allergies were specifically coming up over here too. All right, so let's see in the past what's coming up from, this is the Lenormand and Kipper decks combined. We have Leo reversed, we have Aries reversed, we have Cancer upright, Scorpio upright, Sag upright, Pisces reversed, Capricorn reversed, and perhaps a fire sign reversed over here too, which could be, you know, Sagittarius or Aries. It could be Leo too. You have all three fire signs. But the middle of your read is the Tower. So some kind of exciting events, epiphanies, that could be a sexual exchange there. But somebody's on guard here. On guard. Why is the French thing coming up? The French connection. The French connection to the Greco-Roman time, and the reference of Jesus and Mary going into France is coming up. All right, let's see. All right, so for the past, for the sign of Cancer here, what's coming up for the sign of Cancer? This guy is definitely coming out here. So you have Father Time in the 37, which is the King of Cups. Father Time. 37 is also the three keys of alchemy and unconditional love. And we have with it the 2 and the lucky clover here with the 6 of Pentacles, which is that energy of sharing and being charitable. I'm getting time is is on my side. So time is on your side. And then I'm getting the song naturally. So they're coming together. Time is on my side and then naturally. So 2 is the High Priestess. Where did that come up before? So like I said, the High Priestess was over here for Gemini today. And the 2 can also be the Divine Feminine. But there's this timelines of love and luck and sharing coming up with the Fool reversed over here, but also this card wants to come out, which is the 40 of the Page of Cups, which is today's energy, and the multiple faces of vulnerability. Because the Page of Cups is the most innocent card in the deck. So we have a Pisces energy here for sure. It's all like water energy right there. So it could be, and we have, you know, all the water signs too. We have Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And you have all the fire and water. And the bottom of the deck here is the bottom of the deck. These 2 I'm not going to put down, but they're coming up next. And just because the Judgment card came up earlier, I'm getting that energy from here. 20 is Judgment. So the Judgment of the house, and that looks like an official house, maybe a state representative, and again, we have this rushed energy with the buildings in the background. And the 29 of the 3 of Wands, which is also today's energy of being present in the moment. And she's the power woman. And she's got the Venus necklace on with the Ace of Swords, which is the truth. So some kind of decision or judgment to be made here regarding the truth. And we had the Ace of Swords reversed underneath there in trying to get to the truth. Yeah, and the vulnerability is coming up with the child, and the 18 is Cancer, it's the moon. So is this your child, your inner child? The bottom of the deck is the 21, which is Pisces again, the world, and the empty home here. So it's either cleaned up, spring cleaning, or empty nest could be coming up. Perhaps you redid your family room, is coming up in the underlying energies. Let's see what was below it. And official person, so there's that house that came up. Right, some kind of representative or political official here who needs to keep their place in order at all times for visitors. Let's see what else. Okay, and then there's that Scorpio energy and Aries coming in right here, like Aries and Scorpio right here and here with Pisces here. Look, we have the diagonal right there. Yeah, so some kind of, we have the 6 of Cups over here. So some kind of childhood stardom here, or suddenly hitting stardom. And then we have Scorpio and the 6 of Cups, water energies, with the Aries of the Fool, official person who may have fallen from grace. And then the empty nest, again, that could be his official home. If he fell from grace, maybe it's no longer his home anymore. And again, coming full circle here with the world as well. So let's see. This could be someone who's too hung up on the way their home looks when people come over too, right? They could be easily embarrassed if there's anything out of place, right? There could be a type A personality or someone who's overly concerned with how things look. And the person, though, involved right here is you, Cancer, here with the, this could be a Sagittarius energy too, though, which we also have here. Maybe someone's turning 18. Or again, the little girl of romance, that could be your inner child as well, is feeling very romantic. But we have the King of Cups and all these water sign energies regarding having lots of time on your side. With the Page of Cups and vulnerability. And again, the Page of Cups could be Pisces, but it could be Cancer as well. And then this power energy this feminine power energy. So literally this person could be a female Aries energy who's in power, and maybe they have control over what happens with this child or this pet. That could be a pet as well. This can also be gifting a child a pet. Somebody might have just tripped and fell here too. I mean, it can be a fall from grace, but it could just be a fall as well. Kids doing something stupid when they were driving, but thank God everything worked out okay. Maybe someone said the sun got in their eyes and they couldn't see where they were going, but it was just a moment and they're fine. But perhaps they learned a lesson from that. Maybe it's a story they're telling you when they got home. But this is a happy family coming full circle, fulfillment of the family, like feeling drained, getting back from a vacation, or after having cleared out all the crap that you don't need anymore, feeling really good afterwards. And again, this could have been travel here as well, taking the show on the road with the family and having a really good time, you know, and allowing yourself to be a fool, right? So someone who's always stuck in this mode is not this, but this could be someone who's very different in their family life, where they just let go a bit and act really silly with the kids and just have a great time on the road. So then we have the present moment. You may have just really enjoyed home life too, and then here's a vacation that you took, which was really lovely. So let's see in the present moment. Are you learning to make your home anywhere you are in the world? Are you learning how, you know, it's not something natural for Cancer, because Cancer usually likes to stay home in one place and not travel too much. But this could be you learning how to make your home anywhere in the world. And the present moment for the sign of Cancer. And look, vulnerability came up at the bottom, but I'm not finished shoveling. And a decision to be made. There we go. A leap of faith. It's safe to make the move you're considering, right? Whereas before, when you took a leap, you might have failed. But here, it's safe to make the move you're considering. And this relationship is moving towards sacred union. So there could be a marriage coming up here and a second chance, where this relationship deserves a second chance. Beautiful. And you have love life up there too. There's definitely love life here. Children are important to this relationship. It is safe to trust in this situation. Beautiful. The bottom of the deck is mastery, and you've learned the spiritual lesson. And there was a decision prior to this, time to decide about this relationship, and you've decided and you've learned the lesson apparently. So whatever you did the right thing. You can't really make any mistakes with that though, right? Because you go in the direction where you need to learn. But this is beautiful. The situation is patience, right? The patient angel. Perhaps you have like a Gabriel type of angel watching over you. You have someone watching over you, right? Even when you are in the Colosseum of life. Learning how to be patient with children and taking a leap of trust, of faith in marriage, giving someone a second chance, where children are probably important to both of you. It's very important for Cancer. And it's telling you to trust that you've learned the spiritual lesson. You know, it's kind of like you cleaned up I'm not saying you have to be anal. I'm just saying this may be representing your emotional house, right? Because this is like being a stick in the mud, you know. You don't need to be like that. But it's like, you know, the world's reversed here though, right? So there may be still some need to complete something or come full circle. Somebody might be experiencing empty nest syndrome here. You know, you have the empty nest and the child here. So the person involved with you now is this Scorpio energy, or a group of people who have been affected by some kind of trauma or sudden events, or awakening, having their crown blown, or having epiphanies. This can be a surprise. That could be something really positive as well. But this person over here is really defensive of that. So there's some kind of fire sign over here who doesn't want anything to do with that over there. But Sagittarius is over this, being very patient. This could be a Sagittarius. They may be over it, but still on guard that it could happen again. And then the action for you to take now, if you haven't done this already, is there could be some sneakiness here, but it's about coming clean, getting clean, cleaning up the act, cleaning up the space, right? Because this is the risk card of lying, cheating, or stealing normally, but it's really just about risk. And when it's reversed, it's about, changing that energy here. And it's the only air energy here, so that's good. There still could be a little residual sneakiness here, but it's about not having secrets anymore. And actually, Gemini just got that message at the end of their read, that if you go into this new life now, you can't hold back secrets anymore because it's going to taint your contract with this new thing that you're doing. So there's that energy of coming clean about everything, right? Suddenly letting it all out. Being patient with others, freaking out because they need to release something. But again, epiphanies and sudden events and a Scorpio energy. At the center of the earth is what I'm getting. There may be some rumblings going on at the center of the earth, which represents your core, right? Some under rumblings that are ready to pop your top. But it's good because it's going to clear you out. Maybe you have to go to the bathroom. I don't know. You could be sweating something out too, an infection or something. I'm not getting anything serious though, because it actually feels pretty good. But it's, the action to take is to not take too much risk, maybe a little bit of risk, but to come clean within yourself, your emotional body, your spiritual body, your physical body, and your environment, to kind of clean up your act. But you may be feeling drained right now because you just ended a really happy cycle here, or traveling, or moving, maybe you moved. Okay. All right, so going forward here, and this could be mediation for somebody here. You could be the mediator. This also could represent that almost accident here, right? Someone now doesn't trust being in the car with you or driving on the road near you because you almost crashed into them. But it was like a near miss, right? But it's like a wake-up call there too. I don't see a crash, right? Because the car is fine. There's some kind of sudden event. And maybe it was a fender bender, but again, coming clean about what happened. It doesn't feel like the result was that bad. It may have felt big when it happened though. And this could be a child, first learning to drive. I'm losing my voice. Maybe someone wasn't telling the truth about something, and that's what caused the problem. But the topic now is getting closure, getting completion, coming full circle, dealing with 5D. That could be a Pisces energy or a divine feminine energy. You could be dealing with a swimming pool here, or a negative reflection of yourself. And again, someone being on guard, defending the old wound, not letting them go. Letting go of your old perspectives of yourself, or the old world. But this could be someone outside of yourself. You're dealing with a fire sign who's on guard and stubborn. And the action to take in the future here is coming up as finding and having that new perspective, that enlightenment, a bright idea. Allowing your aura to shine. Like, don't hide your aura. Even if they don't believe in that, allow it to shine. Let them see you in all your glory. Don't let their energy pull you down. Show them the light. Let's see what this deck, this Shaman Dreams, for the sign of Cancer. And again, that's awakening. For the future here, for the sign of Cancer, what's up? For the best and highest good of all is concerned, for the sign of Cancer in the future. And we have the 44. And Gemini got this card too. This is my Raven, Peacock, Eagle's Nest card. So the ravenous show-off on the eagle's perch in the perfect storm, the courage to step into life, with the 44, which is the Four of Cups, which can be boredom and apathy, but it's actually time to ground and integrate what you've learned, to self-love, to learn how to receive love. But again, that perfect storm of after the storm, like after the dragon fell off the mountain, they're back on their perch, kind of injured a little bit, to ground and integrate the experience and learn from it. So that's what's coming up with you, with your world, needing closure or to wrap things up. Or again, I'm getting my, what came up with Gemini was the yin-yang symbol, and how it relates to the S, right? Which is actually the spiral that keeps going in a circle. It's not actually in two different directions, which was the message in Gemini's message. The 16 is coming up again here too, which is the tower in the middle, the empty well. This is a sudden longing, a sudden need for something, a sudden thirst, time to replenish. Okay, so this is coming up as some kind of inspiration, sudden need to fill. And then the bottom of the deck here is coming up as the horseman, the herald of change, which reminds me of the Knight of Wands, and the 30 is the Four of Wands of the home and union. That could be a big celebration as well. But this is like the energy of the Six of Wands of bringing in the good news to end the war. Bringing in this great news, having humbled themselves. So here's the dragon having humbled themselves after falling down the mountain and having been teachable, hollowing themselves out. Bullwinkle comes up there too. And then ready to start again, finding the momentum to start again and rise again, to come into union this time, perhaps changing their ambitions on what they want to go for in life. And what came out after these two cards, I'm going to show you too. It's a little bit different energy. Bye, honey. Have a great night. We have the 59 of the tree, which is the war within, the Five of Swords. And right, someone's grieving inside this family tree here. Reconciliations perhaps that need to happen, or this is you reconciling your own differences, your war within, the wounds that you need to clear, and there's that wounded warrior energy that needs to come up. And then this for me always reminds me of CERN, and it looks like, right, 11 minutes to the 11th hour, 11:11, and 35 is the wounded warrior again right here. And the need to discern at the 11th hour, and the lost compass, this is called getting back to integrity. So in order to fix this family situation, it's about, again, that dragon getting back to their integrity, just humbling yourself a little bit and then starting again, right? So it's not about punishing yourself or beating yourself up. It's about neutrally seeing the situation for what happened and then starting again the next time and having learned from that and not repeating the same mistakes twice, or just remembering to come back to center again and ground yourself and balance yourself. So here's the inner war of the wounded warrior, who then starts over in a whole different way, right? Wanting to bring in the end of the war and thus home and union and celebration. So we are going to read this card for you, the number 44. And again, the ravenous show off at the eagle's perch has a sudden longing here, a sudden longing. There's a sudden thirst for something else, to fill the well with emotions of water, to clear the tree at the 11th hour. Perhaps, that could be someone who was really stubborn and not doing what they needed to do to come into union or to make reconciliation with a family. And all of a sudden at the 11th hour, it's happening. And here they are coming in, okay? So let's see what these cards are. The Page of Swords is reversed. It could be a Gemini energy, or this could be a negative message, a child who may be lying and spying, or just really immature communication right here. This also could be a Gemini who may be coming soon, but they're not here now, okay? They may be planning to come or were here and have left. I really didn't have Gemini coming up. This can represent too that I just did Gemini's read, right? They've come and gone. But now we have also the King of Cups reversed, which we had the King of Cups over here as Father Time, but he's coming up reversed. And then we have the Six of Swords upright. So there is finding peace here. So again, here's that so-called Viking ship going out to sea, but it's much less than what it was exaggerated to be. And that's the message I'm getting right there, that there is peace here, despite any energy with these two here, because this could be someone with conditions of their love. This could be someone who's emotionally detached and difficult to deal with, or maybe they're depressed or drinking too much, right? And then they're leaving messages you can't possibly understand because they're drunk, or they're being really negative on themselves, right? And that's why they're depressed here. This could be two people or just the same person's energies. But in the end, the two are right here, being taken to calm waters in order to heal themselves, right away from the storm or after the storm. Any immaturity. I actually pulled one more card, so let's see what comes after the Six of Swords. Is the Nine of Cups. Get your wish card. And there is love involved here and clearing the clouds here. All right, so there is this energy of moving to peaceful waters, finding peace and happiness within self, all right, self-happiness, away from these other energies, and getting your wish. So we're going to read this one, number 44 from Shaman Dreams. 44, I just saw 33, so my business is 3344. So 44 is the perfect storm, an invitation to act now, the courage to step into life, sheltering from turbulence. When the perfect storm appears, it cautions you to be ready for an exciting, if turbulent, time. The winds are picking up. How crazy is that? And you need to make sure that you are close to the eye of the storm, or you'll be buffered by gusts that may take you far from where you need to be. The key is to remain centered and balanced and bear witness as the forces build in intensity. Notice how the loose stuff is starting to fly around and recognize how little of it you truly need. Let go of those thoughts, beliefs, attitudes that clutter your heart and cloud your mind. Then the storm will be absolutely perfect for you. If you wonder, and Spirit's connecting with me very strongly, if you wonder what you might lose during the perfect storm, know that it is those things we are most attached to that are taken first, as if life were trying to unburden us of our righteous self-importance. Let it all go with the wind. The less you resist the change brought by the perfect storm, the happier you'll be. Ride the winds to your next destination. Embrace the rain or snow. Remember that every time you try to argue with nature, you lose. The perfect storm can also be a call for you to seize the moment. There might be a great opportunity that you need to take advantage of right now. Carpe diem. Here, time is of the essence. And Father Time came up there. And again, he's reversed over here. And that could be a Cancer person, the King of Cups reversed. So time is of the essence. It may be gone shortly. Do not hesitate. Go ahead, bite off more than you can chew. And take the storm. That's funny too, biting off more than you can chew, because my son's nickname is Chew. And he's Scorpio. And go ahead, bite off more than you can chew, and take the storm on in all its terrifying greatness, experiencing the fullness of life. You will succeed. Okay? So this is a great read. Really cool. So remember to drink your water, get your rest, your fun, and your nature. It's 3:44 on the clock right now, which is the Empress soaring into the 44, which is what I just read you, which is also my Hercules card. And it can be Atlas too. In the numerology book, the Divine Triangle, it's Atlas. But for me, in the cards, the 10 of Wands is Atlas for me, because that physical weight of the world on the shoulders. And so Hercules becomes the 44. Hercules is her harvest, right? Where it's the she who's carrying the weight and taking it off Atlas's shoulders for a moment to help out. So that could be coming up as well. But it's also, again, the eagle, the 3 of the eagle flying horizontally, and then 2 4s, or 2 vertical pillars coming up. Very interesting. And now it's 3 4 5. Staying alive, staying alive. Saturday night fever. Okay, guys, I'll see you next time, Cancer. Rise and be love. Bye.